Good moods are contagious, and so are bad moods. We see this in close settings. For example, when I'm on vacation, like here with my family. When one kid is in a bad mood, that can change the entire vibe of the day. But one happy, laughing, smiling morning can turn the tides back in a positive direction. So as my vacation nears an end, I can't help but think about the fact that this mood contagiousness is true with any group, in social settings or even work dynamics. So this week I want to talk about feelings. Yeah, those pesky little things we try to repress and drown in mojitos here or Ben & Jerry's cases back at home. Let me tell you about the great, now late, Professor Sigal Barsade, who taught at my alma mater until her very premature passing last year. She was a treasured researcher and professor and writer about the impact of bringing emotions into the workplace, and her pioneering research into what's called the affective revolution showed that feelings aren't just idle distractions, they're powerful data streams that shape culture and behavior, and even cold hard productivity metrics. And we probably all know this intuitively, but emotions are straight up contagious. When you stick someone expressing clear anger or sadness into a group working on a task, that nasty vibe infects everyone like a break room flu virus. People get tense, they get combative or defensive, and the whole project gets as gridlocked as LaGuardia on a holiday weekend. But put a relentlessly positive, all smiles employee in that same group, and productivity soars. You'll have greater consensus than you would see in an engineering meeting at Twitter full of Elon sycophants. It's psychological jujitsu, using the opponent's own force against them. So the big lesson, emotions travel at the speed of gossip. As a leader, you're not just managing people's duties and responsibilities, you're the vibe custodian, responsible for sanding down the rough emotional edges and setting an upbeat tone. I can't tell you how many managers and leaders and founders and entrepreneurs are afraid to show emotional honesty in a positive way with employees. Even just being supportive as a role model makes a huge difference. Professor Barsade called this compassionate love. It's an atmosphere of affection and kindness and camaraderie that becomes a self-perpetuating cycle of positive energy. It's like having Oprah as your emotional support animal. So how can you unleash the power of mood leadership in your own workspace? I've got a few tips. Treat emotional awareness like $1 million management skill, because it is. Put it front and center in how you evaluate talent and develop future leaders. Be conscious of your own vibes. If you're a stress ball of pent-up angst, that's the virus you're shedding. So find healthy ways to offload before entering office airspace. Make space for emotions. Professor Barsade wasn't naive. She knew that negative feelings have a place too when stuff needs confronting or discussing. But don't level repress everything. Find the right place for managing that. And create microcultures. Different teams and situations call for different feeling flavors. Know what emotional nutrition each one needs to thrive. At the end of the day, we are not robots. We are humans with insecurities and anxieties and hopes and the full kaleidoscope of touchy-feely stuff. Pretending that doesn't exist is denial on an epic level. The great leaders, the best ones, the ones people really buy into, don't rise above their emotions. They embrace them, they channel them, and they use them as potent tools for individual and organizational development. Because really, at the end of the day, when we love how we feel at work, we're better. Show up fuller, more engaged, more capable of pulling off miracles. So be a vibe epicenter, an emotional epicure. Or don't, and prepare to be out-hugged and out-fist-bumped and out-executed by those who aren't afraid of catching feelingitis. Hitting you with positive vibes from the beach and wishing you all a feisty week, folks.